So it's my last days of me scheduled holidays. I've worked a little bit over Christmas, but I thought it's the last day. I'll try my drone again, the DJI Mini 3, and I wanted to see if I can get it to do the tracking thing. So I'm going to get up on the sand dunes at the Blue Lagoon and have a little walk about and see how it copes with following me. There's not much for it to crash into, that's why I've come up here. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Slam. The weather's not looking too great. I'm getting a bit of a quiff on that. I've brought my hat though, because it looks freezing. It's actually not that cold, it's about 8 degrees, but I am heading towards the seafront. Just crossing the golf course, which is Seaton Carew golf course, which is supposed to be one of the harder courses in the country. Look at me hair. What's going on? That's a nice view that way. If we turn around this way, we have the power station in the background, which, you know, we need. Not necessarily the best way to get electricity, but you know, it's there. Anyway, it's been decommissioned, I think, so it probably won't be running in the near future or the distant future. Right, let's make our way up here. Well, it did get cold, so as you can see, I've got my hat on. I've made my way to the Blue Lagoon. I don't know where it gets the name from. It is a lagoon, I guess. It's the mouth of the River Tees in northeast England. And it's a great little spot. It's usually pretty quiet. Oh, I don't know what these new posts are, what they've put up here. Let's go and investigate that first. As you can see, they've fenced off a lot of the area here even. It's, apparently we've got a lot of migratory birds which are feeding here in the winter time, and they're trying to discourage people from disturbing them, I guess, which is, it's a bit of a shame really, because a lot of people use this area. I'm not sure if it's a legal thing. Obviously you will get fined for disturbing wildlife in general, but yeah, it is a shame. You know, good luck to the birds. Anyway, I've been a proper Doyle, which is an affectionate term for an idiot in these parts, or mainly in Hartlepool. I've come here on this lovely area to fly the drone, to try out its tracking capabilities. And I wanted to be in an area where there wasn't any big buildings or anything, as long as I keep away from power station and such. But, like an idiot, I completely forgot that you're not allowed to fly your drone here. Because we've got a power station there, and I think it might be on the flight path to Teesside Airport as well. Not entirely sure. Hopefully you can hear me, because I need a new microphone, and said new microphone hasn't been dispatched yet, but hopefully we'll get it before the end of the week. It's Tuesday, I think, today. It's very windy. Anyway, I'm heading back to the car. I'm going to have a go on the marina, see how it works out down there. I sometimes come down this way on the bike. It's a bit difficult really, because as you can see, it's mainly sand, but this takes you along to the end of the North Gar, or the North Gar, which is at the mouth of the River Tees. God, I'm so out of breath. I really need to lose a few pounds. Stone and a half. Or 21 pounds if my maths are correct. Then I won't be so much out of breath, will I? That's another thing for this year, I think. Get my fitness levels up again. And start. Well, I already eat healthily. Just maybe, cut down on the a bit. And yeah, be fine and fit soon. Right, I've made it down onto the promenade. Let's get this drone set up. So at this point it's tracking me, but it's not following me, so I must have done something wrong. So let's try this. Active track, trace, and go. Start walking, Michael. Yep, it's following me. Give it a wave. You Doyle. Cooey. Apparently the trace function is really just for following you, so it will definitely try to follow you if it can. But if you stop and face it and walk towards it, it will back away from you, so it'll follow you backwards, so you can do talk to the camera that way. Yeah, I think it's a great little function. So I thought we'd try the parallel tracking to see how that worked. That seems to be doing it okay. The light was getting a bit dark, although it doesn't look dark on the screen. It was getting a little bit dark. But it seems to be doing a decent enough job. Most of these shots, what you're seeing at the moment, by the way, are actually from the remote controller itself, so they're not the proper resolution that you would really see, so it's not very good really. As you can see, I've just dropped my phone. What an idiot. So as you've just seen, I foolishly dropped my phone, but yeah, it stopped following me now, isn't it? I must have gone out of view. You're going to follow me now? I just have to draw around myself again. Are you following me? Yeah, it does. See where it does when I go up the steps. I think it's lost me. It's lost me. Come on, find me. Yeah, well, I'm not impressed with that at the moment. So, where are you, man? Where are you? It's like it's not working properly. Oh, I don't know. Tell you what, put the phone away. So it did decide to follow me in the end. Followed me right the way along to the end of the pier. And I even discovered that you could zoom in while it's following you. Give us a wave, Michael. Well, I was talking to the camera while I was doing this, but unfortunately I put it in time-lapse. Sadly, I had loads of interesting stuff to tell you too. Well, we had to land it because I ran out of battery. I do have some more batteries with me, but what it was saying more, it was telling me it wasn't happy with the ambient light, so it was having a little bit of trouble keeping hold of me while it was tracking me. But it did work to a certain degree. The other thing was, I think with the low light, the sensors weren't working as good as what they should do either, so there was a risk of crashing into a lamppost or something. That's getting a bit cool now. If I step out the wind, you might be able to hear what I'm saying. Anyway, first go with the active tracking. Seemed alright. Seemed pretty good. But what I have learned is it's too hard to video yourself while you... This is Pissy Corner, by the way, that's what this is known as. Dough stinks. Out in the valley. Anyway, yeah, I think it was alright. I'll have another go. I don't know what... It's got windy again. I don't know what the weather's like tomorrow. I haven't looked. If it's sunny, I might give it another go. But not so windy. There, I'm hiding out the wind now. I'm looking a bit rosy in the cheeks as well. Right, I'm off back for a cup of tea. Success? I don't know. maybe not. We'll see what the footage says.